I am fat, I am obese. That's that. Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Blake, aka PoshBossBlake, and if you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hello. Thank you so much for coming back. I have a different kind of video for my channel today where I'm gonna be talking about WW because I recently joined WW, formerly Weight Watchers, and I want to share a little bit about my experience. But before we get into that, this generally is a reselling channel. So something that I do on the side is resell stuff on the internet. Mostly clothing, sometimes physical, tangible things like a book or something, jewelry, but for the most part, it's clothes. And I do so on platforms called Poshmark and eBay. And you can find links to those down in the description box, as well as links to my social media, everything. Poshmark, Instagram, my YouTube, obviously, at PoshBossBlake. Feel free to hit me up. Thank you so much. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about myWW and how it's been working for me. I don't like to compare whatsoever to anyone for that matter because you know, me losing 10 pounds is not the same as someone who's 100 pounds lighter doing it for the same amount of time and only losing 5. You know, it's a different circumstance. It's based on a lot of factors. And, you know, for me, this is my experience, you know, my channel, thank you. And it's been working for me. It's been working really well. So let's be clear, this is not a diet. myWW is not a diet, formerly Weight Watchers, by the way. So WW is, for me, the way I'm looking at this, a way to introduce me to a lifestyle change. This is not quick fixes. This is not diets. This is not going keto. You can certainly do that, but that's not part of this conversation today. I am looking at this to retrain how to eat. I have struggled with weight all my life, so for me, this is going to take a lot of work. It's very hard. It's very hard to get over the mental blocks. I am an emotional eater, and I know what that comes from, and you know, I am also self-aware. So at this point, when I decided to join, I was at my heaviest, I was at my most miserable, I was super unhealthy, and I knew all of this. So there's no one to blame but myself. And I think that's that's working for me in this, you know, in this iteration of weight loss. Anyone that's struggled with weight, you know the yo-yo of it all. So you try it, it works, maybe it doesn't. But if it works for a while, but then it doesn't because ultimately it was a diet or it wasn't a sustainable way of living. And so for me, for my health, had hit my rock bottom. I was at the heaviest. My asthma, I have asthma, was the worst it's ever been. I've had asthma all my life, and I was like feeling suffocated, literally couldn't breathe. And I was having panic attacks, and my anxiety with some things going on in life was at an all-time high, and my heart was like racing on a constant basis. I didn't tell a lot of people this actually, but I internally was not feeling good, and mentally I was like daily struggle, you know, minute by minute struggle of the day. And for those who can relate, it is this like ridiculous battle with yourself of I'm gonna eat this and I know it won't be fulfilling, but it will satisfy me right now. And you know, you end up eating 2 sets of McDonald's in a day on top of other junky foods, or you know, you do the private eating, or eating in private rather, or you just go out and allow yourself treats, you know, like, oh, I earned this, I deserve this. That happened every day for me. So every day, every meal, every snack was always a treat. And I had done that in the past, but for whatever reason, I had really gone off the wagon. And I woke up one day and I was like, I literally feel like crap. Like I wake up out of bed, stand up, and I'm out of breath, which kind of a shocker to me because I also pride myself on being like an active person. I'm not, you know, running marathons, but I thought I was active. Realized I hadn't done a damn thing. I have a sedentary job, but I was really coming home doing nothing, and that was not okay. Like, I was eating all these calories and doing nothing. So of course what happens? You gain weight. So I woke up one morning and was like, I cannot continue to feel like this. And a friend had told me that she was on a WW, and she also is in a space where something feels different this time. Maybe it's mental maturity, being able to like be real self-accountable. And I was like, you know what, I'll do it. So I just signed up and, you know, started going to meetings. Now, for those who don't know, WW, Weight Watchers, like used to, maybe still does, have a concept of, oh, you have to go to meetings. Not the case at all. You can absolutely do just the digital version. And, you know, that's what I had done before when I tried this years ago, when it was actually Weight Watchers. Probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And, you know, Weight Watchers has gone through iterations of ways and names to, of their programs. So, you know, regular plain Weight Watchers eventually became something else that I can't remember. I'll insert the name. But it over time changes, and most recently, as of I think 2019 going into 2020, obviously, there's a new system that's based on smart points, and there's 3 tiers of plans: green, blue, and purple. I'm on purple plan. All of that is calculated based on like a very detailed questionnaire that you fill out when you sign up. And once you sign up, you get matched to a plan. The plan, you can, when you sign up, you get this booklet and it goes through all the plans, and you don't have to stick to the plan that you are given. You can choose to do any plan. But for the most part, what I've noticed is the questions that they ask you, and you know, all your information, detail what plan you should lean towards. And then, you know, over time that may change, or maybe you want to try a different program. Up to you, right? And you know, there's all this help that is available. Where is that help? So if you decide to do more than just the digital version, you can choose to do the workshop, which is in person, and digital. So everything comes with the digital, but digital, that's it. Digital workshop, and I think there's something else, but I don't know. I do the digital and workshop. Why? Because my friend said for her, she also does, we're on the same plan, we're both on purple, and she also is doing the same digital and workshop. She said for her that it is an accountability thing. Like, her having to show up Saturday mornings to do this, to weigh in, is accountable. And it's true. It's I've done it 3 times. I'll have my 4th one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll have my 4th one this coming Saturday. So when this goes up, I'll be weighing in again, and that'll be exciting. Follow my Instagram if you want to see an update. And it's like an accountability thing. So I was like, okay, we'll try it. The price, the difference in cost between these, and I'm not going to cover costs today. It's quite reasonable in my opinion, but I could talk about that. Leave a comment if you want to know about the price breakout for all these options. But I was like, you know what, I'll try the accountability thing. So like, let's do it. I'll go to your same studio, we'll try it out. So I go, and I enjoyed it. I will have to say, it is a very well attended workshop. I won't say where, just for privacy reasons, but it is, from what I heard, a solid, and what I experienced, it's a solid group of people. And I think we just talked about it. We pretty much touch on it every meeting, but it is a very interactive group, and there's people that kind of chime in all the time in conversation, and then there's the silent people that are just there to, you know, be present, and that's great. But the people that do chat do say, like, you know, no one's here to compete. No one's here to put you down. We're all working towards a goal to be a better self, you know, and there's no comparison. Like, comparison is the devil. Oh God, comparison is the devil. Comparison will kill your joy so hard, and Don't do that. Don't do that. Your journey, your circumstances do not and will not translate to anyone else identically, because that's just not how it happens. You know, everyone's journey is different. If I met someone who looked like me and like in body form, I don't know what their composition is. I don't, what's their age? You know, there's so many things. So, being in this group setting really does provide this accountability. It, you know, it keeps you like motivated, like, oh, for me at least, you know, I want to see them. I want to check in and just be present with the people that are on a similar path as myself. And it's been really good. It's been really good. There's good conversation, although brief. I think that's the best part about these meetings. You basically, you know, let's just pick a time. This isn't the time of the meeting for privacy again, but let's say weigh-in is at 10:30. I would normally show up 20-ish minutes ahead of time, get there, weigh in, buy some WW snacks if I'm feeling into it, or catch up with people, do my weigh-in, take my Instagram post and or picture for the post, and then, you know, either grab a coffee or, you know, wait for my friend to show up. And, you know, then at 10:30 the meeting starts and everyone's sat down in this U-shaped room, and then you have your workshop host, who, our person has been on the program for 17 years. Whoa. I'm still learning. There's like different like tiers as well as to your weight loss goals and like longevity with the program. And some people, there's 2 people in our meeting that have been there for 17 years, and that's incredible. So yay for them. And then you have people that this is their first meeting or this is their first day, like stuff like that. So it's very interactive. There's some similar people all the time. And then, you know, people who pop in from a different location, or, you know, they're in, you know, visiting. But being in person really does, for me, give that added boost of like, you can do this. You know, people want to see you achieve something good, and I want to see people win. Like, I don't want people to lose, right? And there's not losing, but people often feel, you know, bummed about not losing weight. And something that I like about WW that they do is they talk about non-scale victories. And basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. Victories that don't associate with the scale. So say you went to weigh in and you've been doing such a good job, but you end up staying neutral. You didn't gain weight, you didn't lose weight, or maybe you gained weight. Okay, the world could end, but like, that's not going to get us anywhere, and it's not going to help us. So what we've been educated to talk about and focus on is the non-scale victories. So if that did happen, you know, point out the things and focus on the things that you did good that week, right? So if you weighed in, you didn't lose any weight, or you gained some, okay, but what did you do? Maybe you had a family outing, right? And you treated yourself. Okay, recognize that. But then the next day, did you get back on track? Great. Focus on that. You got back on track. You're back on the program. Can't wait to see what the rest of the week entails, you know, stuff like that. So it's good to focus on the non-scale things. And for me right now, I really am focusing very hard on overhauling my entire diet. And already I notice a lot of changes, and it's been really good. This in today's little video, this is going to be more about the general Weight Watchers of it all, because this can be rambly. I'm going to have to break this out into segments and things I cook, and my favorite my favorite foods to eat, my favorite snacks, my favorite condiments. Those videos will come because I'm finding that I am looking for those things, and I have found great solutions for that. So I want to share it with you, because some of these things are 0 points, and, you know, people don't realize in general, the program really sheds a light on what you're eating. It doesn't shed a light. It's like an X-ray of like everything you're eating, and you have to realize or want to become aware of what is in your food. Ultimately, for longevity, I am recognizing this as okay, like I used to eat this. This is X many points. Wow, the content of this food item is not healthy, you know? It's got a lot of bad crap in it, and the ratios between calories and sugar and like way off. It's very, very insightful. And I guess to, because this is a little rambly. It's almost 20 minutes. But I have a lot to say, you know? I think it's important if you want to start doing WW. I'm not going to say every program out in the world. I'm going to say WW because that's what I'm doing. For me, I'm really committing. I'm really committing to recognizing this is a lifestyle overhaul. I'm not going back to eating a pizza, like an entire pizza in one sitting. Like, that is not something I can do. I also had this mentality that I wasn't that person, you know? Like, oh, I'm not that person. Like, I'm not that person. But I was / am. And, you know, I think it's very important to be self-aware. Not everyone is, not everyone wants to admit that to themselves, but I think it's important to hear yourself say like who you are, what you are, and like obviously don't let it define you, but like be realistic about where you are with the things you're doing. So like for me, I will say it right here, right now, I am a obese fat person, and those are not bad words. Those are not negative words. It is what it is. Like, I am fat, I am obese. That's that, right? And I don't like those things. So I really don't like those things, especially living in West Hollywood, California. Separate conversation, separate day. I do not want to be those names anymore. And that is something I could change. And I, for the longest time, was not letting myself get over that roadblock to like make those changes. Sometimes you feel so far gone that like, you know, what's one more day, one more week, you know, I'll start in a month, I'll start on Monday, right? I'll start on Monday, Tuesday, oh, you know what, we'll just start next year, you know? But that would never work. It's never worked. So for me, I'm really focusing on wanting to change aspects of myself. I don't want to be abolitious. I don't want a six-pack abs right now. What I want to do is get healthy. I want to be able to, you know, go down a couple sizes in my pants and my shirts. I want to be able to wear a button down like this, but not have the, on my belly, I'm not going to show it because it's wrinkly from today, but I don't want my shirt on my belly to pull away like this. I think if you wear a button down for work or whatever occasion and this happens, you understand, you know, the tugging and pulling that happens on a shirt to cover up and make sure you're all aligned. And I don't want to be doing those things. And I was contributing to my own bad habits, and I can't anymore. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to wake up and feel pain. I don't want to feel weird eating in public because I recognize how I look right now, and I don't want to break a chair. I don't want to, you know, I want to be able to go out and do like a full day of activities and not be exhausted. I want to come home from work and not feel tired. So I am making and continuing to make those changes. So, sorry, the time is changing, so we'll turn on this light. Sun's going down. I am making those lifestyle changes, and I'm going to continue to work very hard to do so. I hope this video was a little enlightening on, you know, maybe why I started WW and a little bit into the program. For specifics, stay tuned for videos to come. I will elaborate more on the program itself, on various factors that they focus on in regards to like the weight loss points. There's like a formula as to what you're calculating, and luckily they make it easy for you, and ultimately you're paying for the tools to learn how to eat better, and I'm finding these tools are working well for me, so that's very exciting. If you have any specific questions, I'd love to address them in a future video. So feel free to leave a comment below. And don't forget, please give this video a thumbs up so I know you liked it and want to see more of it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy weigh-in day. We want to